Hello, people that in that house are doing. Hope you're all doing well. So, as you know, there's a new government, so-called new government. But yeah, there's a new Minister for Education. Thankfully, Joe McCusack he's gone for the moment, and he's out of the Department of Education, which I'm happy to see because I didn't like him, and I don't think he liked me because I was always the one who always opposed him and always stood up for people with special needs, especially because he abandoned people with special needs. He abandoned the young people with special needs, and he just didn't care really. And might as well just say it straight. As long as he got his wage, he was happy enough. To be honest, might as well say it straight because there wasn't really much concern. And then with the leaving cert and doing cert, I didn't need any more proof because he was more worried about trying to do it and trying to do it for the sake of doing it than worrying about because they put down a lot of people, put down a lot of young people because they were worried sick about it for weeks and weeks and weeks. Him dragging it out. Um, and that's something I called out, and I was told to be quiet about it by some people, and I spoke louder. I spoke louder when I was told to be quiet. So if I have any more issues with that, by all means, I can speak even louder if you want me to. Just as the Department of Education, that's totally fine. Because I have a few more things I'm gonna go through you here now in a second. So what I said in that when I went through the Department of Education a few times, um, the one thing there's a new minister for education, as I said, she's of Kerry TD. I will go easy on her for the next few months because she is a first time TD. I will give her a chance. I'm not gonna, obviously just straight away just be pushing pressure on her. Because she needs to get to understand what's the office and everything like that. I give her time. Um, but the first thing I say is, it's obviously with the restrictions to school, the 1 meter distance. Like, how in the name of God will you be able to do it in secondary schools? Primary school, you could get away with it, but secondary schools, you just can't. It has to be 1 day a week nearly for one, like, say, third years go in 1 day a week. Then say, in the third years go in on a Tuesday. Then fifth years go in on, TY's going on a Wednesday. Something like that. But see, that's still, and the thing that's really going to bite them in the ass, which I kept saying, is about the lack of teachers. There's no teachers in the country, though, in New Zealand, though, in Australia, because there's better pay. And there's something else that's going to bite us in the ass too. Better pay. Like young teachers are on terrible pay. Like I'm sure people can see where I'm going, and I'm sure young teachers will put their health and will put themselves at risk for the Department of Education's sake, and for the scraps of the rich man's table. So just to put it straight to the department. Um, and obviously with special needs, I'm dyslexic and I'm a bit autism too. I was abandoned. My mother says I was abandoned, not now, but I was abandoned when I was younger. Wasn't given any help. Wasn't There was no resources. They said they were making up crack, saying there was no resources, and that could have helped me a bit. That could have helped me now a bit, but the state failed me again. They were too busy worrying about Tim and Dommy over there from God knows Timbuktu. But yeah, the state failed me. It was basically just said, I didn't need the help, and now it's kind of biting me in the arse, didn't it? Because I'm useless at maths and things like that, and that's something that you need in wider societies. Maths, you need to be good at numbers because you need to work out your wages. But then I can't, men are very experienced in that sector. But yeah, just really said I'm not putting pressure on the new Minister of Education yet, but just saying really what the problems is. Like there's huge amount of problems, especially when it comes to SNAs too, special needs assistants, because there is some of them I know 2 or 3 SNAs, and they are working in nursing homes. Would they don't know? Would they be back at school? Would they be kept in the nursing home? They don't know. Like that's the thing, and who will replace them? That's the question. Who will replace them if they have to be kept in the nursing home? And there's 2 or 3 students that need an SNA. Who's going to replace them? Because there's nobody to replace them. Because they're all in Australia and New Zealand. Can you see where I'm coming from? Because this COVID-19, really exposed what I was saying over a long period of time about the Department of Education and how it's just crumbling. Like it's just crumbling from the inside out. Because everything's kind of tip tops. Like for a long time, everything was going to boil over at one stage because there could be only 50 teachers for a school of nearly 800 pupils. They can't get any resources. Like, can you see where I'm coming? Then there's free classes and things like that, or so-called study classes. And there should be teachers to obviously they teach the subject, but they haven't got the resources to put them on. Can everybody see where I'm going? And when you're the same with metalwork and woodwork, they won't give you the proper modern equipment. They're just being very miserable, which I think somebody in the Department of Education is from Cavan and is just very miserable. Um, which wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. I say there's somebody in the head office in the Department of Education is from Cavan, and he's just purely miserable. And he just won't spend a cent of the taxpayers. But yeah, it's just, there's a lot of problems with it. Like, you don't know this, and I see this, and I'm the only one in the whole, probably in the wider, like, they wouldn't let me into the Irish Association for Secondary School pupils. They wouldn't let me into it because I would absolutely go through the department. Like, and literally, I'd be the only one, physically and utterly just going through them and saying, right, no, this is what's happening. No need to listen to the Department of Education. This is the story. This is what's happening because the Department of Education, try and really not winning. And then there's the sex education thing and everything like that. We need to sort that out. We need to definitely sort that out. We need to work out what we're going to do. Because it's still up in the air. Like, they haven't got a notion what they're going to do. Like, that's what I mean. They just couldn't tell you what they could do for that. But my suggestion is to do a bit in sixth class in national school, a small bit, not like what they were going to do, but everything under the sun, teach children about everything under the sun. That's not needed. That's not needed. Totally not needed. Small bit of education in sixth class, and obviously teach them a bit maybe when they get the second year in college, and in secondary school. Teach them a small bit in science and things like that. But it's better probably to learn at the school, but not to push it on them. Like you give them a year when they go into secondary school to understand the environment and everything like that. Don't push it on them, because really what this education, the sex education thing, they're just going to push it at young people. They're going to push it into their brains, and that's not going to help anybody, especially people who are autism and dyslexia. That's going to confuse them. And it confuse anybody. Just having a huge pile of information pushed in, along with maths, along with English, along with this, that, and the other. It's not needed. It's not needed. It is needed in a way, but it's not needed to push it in. Over a small period of time, you could teach them small bits and small bits. But yeah, just not forcing on people. Then it could be consensual too. Like you could ask the child the what to take part of it. Like the parents could tell them at home, like something like that. But it seems like they just want to make it mandatory. But anyway, there's a lot of problems in it.